Hey y'all, hey, and welcome to Tootie Talk Sense. Thank you everyone for joining me. I'm gonna take this pretty quick. Well, I'm gonna try to take it pretty quick, my talking self. Every time I think something to be quick, I be ending up on here talking for 30 minutes to an hour. I'm gonna see if I can cut it down. I didn't, try to get this under 30 minutes. So we're just gonna go over what happened in R&B divas. The R&B, the Queens of R&B on Bravo, episode 3. I already did episode 1 and 2 as one video. So if y'all haven't had a chance, go ahead and check that out. But now I'm gonna do episode 3. So it starts off, and the first thing I get mad about is Candy's son. Candy say, "Oh, how many subscribers you have?" He was like 17K. I'm like, I can't even get 100. Ain't this bad? Ain't this better? But that's on me personally. So then it goes to Tosh from SWV and Tasha from XSCAPE. Tasha come to Nashville. Tosh take her to the Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Nashville. So Tasha asking her like, "Girl, what happened? What's really going on?" And Tasha like, "Oh well, it started with that them calling my booty little." And she like, "I know y'all is not over here arguing about some booty comment." She's like, "No," and it's other stuff about her. The way she said to the mama. Tasha ended up being like, she was very vague, and I don't know what the problem was, which is what everybody been saying about her. So the next they go to Coco. She meets up with her best friend, and she discusses how she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And I said I would have wanted them to go into more details because that could have been an awareness that you could have gave out to the public, to society, like what all it entails, and symptoms, or even a flash of the number, 800 number that people can call, if for mental help or anything like that. But what I found funny in a segment, she was like, "I'm 52, but I got this 21-year-old cat." I was like, "You better tell him, Coco." You better tell them, Coco, age ain't nothing but a number, baby. You keep it tight, keep it right. Then next they go to Tamika house. So Tamika mom meets up with Tamika for them to discuss the blowout that happened the last time they tried to have a family meeting. I wanted to know, if did y'all notice that when Tamika was trying to tell her the problem, she asked her, "Well, Tamika, what's the problem?" And so when she starts to talk, the mama do cuts her out. And then she said, "Well, I think that you allow Tasha to be a favorite." Then the mom was like, "I don't," and started talking. Tamika was like, Tamika said, "You allow Tasha to express herself, and you don't allow me to express yourself." And the mom started cutting and started talking and cut her off. I said, "All you doing is proving her point that you ain't letting her talk. You cutting her off." I took that. I was like, "That's funny." She's calling Tamika, to me, the mom is calling Tamika. I don't even know the mama name. I'm gonna need to find out this mama name. But she's calling Tamika disrespectful for telling her the truth, that she's not the fifth member. Escape have 4 members. You're not the fifth member. So you're gonna get mad at the girl for telling you the truth, that you ain't the fifth member. Ain't this about something? So then she's bringing up her father left and that she had to take care of them. I was like, it's not her fault that her father left. But when they do the side interview, Tamika does say that she looks like her father more. She looked just like her father. I'm like, that could be one of them instances where mothers, they say it happens with the moms and the son. I got all girls I was raised, I got all sisters. Don't know. I look just like my daddy. But they said it happened more with moms and their sons, and when the daddy left and the son looked just like them, and they be hard on the son, they look at you looking like your goddamn daddy. Be treating the kids wrong because of that. I said, is that what's going on? I don't know. But I did feel like that she brings up the father, and I'm like, it's not the kid's fault, or it's not Tamika's fault about the father leaving and not doing nothing and being there. And I'm like, shit, you should be apologizing to them because you're the one who picked them. And then I said, that's a question that I will want to ask, especially the parents out there. Have you ever apologized to your child about decisions that you made that could have had a negative impact on your kid's life. Like if you picked the ain't nothing baby daddy, like did you go to your kid like I should have picked somebody way better? Like, cause I have to my oldest daughter. I'm like, baby, we had a sincere when she was going through stuff, having issues, and we was in therapy and things of that nature, and she seen who her father really was, and I'm just like, I came and apologized to her because there was, red flags and behaviors that I seen when we were young that I could have avoided this. And I said, I should have picked someone better. So you could have had a better father and a better life. Now, and I have talked to other mothers and people who's not mothers, just other adults. And they feel like, nah, you shouldn't apologize to your kid. Or I don't feel like my parents should have to apologize to me. And to me, I'm like, it's not a have to thing, but I think it would make the kid, feel better, and especially not to take anything out on them. It's like but anyway, she it seemed like she wanted a cookie for stepping up and being a mom, and I understand her wanting recognition for everything you do, because as a single mom, you go through a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of sacrifice that you put in for your kid, and you hope that your kid sees it. But your kids, once they're grown, don't owe you their whole entire being of who they are. Yes, you made them who they are, but you're not part of the group. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's like, once since you was a kid, I put that microphone in your hand, I became a fifth member of the group. First of all, she wasn't even in no group when she was a kid. So that's not true. Mari, that's a lie. Okay. So once kids grow up, it's up to them to live their life. Yes, you put a microphone in her hand as she was a girl, but she's been touring and dealing with the industry, and along with whatever else adult life she has, because she has. I know I have seen two girls. I don't know how many more she has, but she has at least two daughters. So she had other stuff outside that group that she was doing. So adult life have brought you can't make decisions. You can't make decisions. This is what I'm saying. The mom can't make decisions nowhere in that group, as far as when it comes to the group deciding on management, the group deciding on tour dates and cities and everything. It's not like the group have to get the mom consensus. So you're not that. I feel that's what Tamika was coming from when she was like, no, you're not the fifth member, because your decision, your opinion is not what the group, it's not based off. The group don't use that to make decisions. Your name is not signed on any of the contracts. Maybe when they were little. I'm saying now as an adult, because I want to say they started as teenagers. But on any of the contracts that they have as Escape, your name is not signed there. So that's what I feel like Tamika was trying to say. And the mom took that as disrespect and was wanted to bring up her childhood and her putting the mic in. It's like, it's because of me. If I wouldn't have never had you, you'll never be here to do it. Yes, we understand that. I don't think that's what Tamika was saying. She was just saying you're not a fifth member. That's common sense. You're not a fifth member in the group. So that's a personal relationship. So that's what, if when it comes to personal relationship, I feel like the mom should stay out the business when it comes to Escape. When it comes to those two sisters being into it, I feel like they should keep that out of Escape business, and then the mom can intervene because it's her two daughters, and sometimes you need to mediate between two between sisters, and the mom should mediate, not pick sides, but mediate between two sisters. But I feel like the group should be able to go and do groups, and Tamika and Tasha should be able to talk as a group and not be bringing a mom into Escape business, because then she would feel like the fifth member if every time something happened in the group, y'all bringing it to her. During that conversation, she had the nerves to tell Tasha that the mom had the nerves to tell Tamika that Tasha's hurt because you disrespected her husband. I was like, girl, move back. What about my money? Ain't nobody worry about her husband. Her disrespecting me by taking my money. You talking about some disrespecting her husband. I don't even give a fuck about disrespecting her at this point. Not about my money. Anywho, I just felt that like, huh? What? Anywho. So I did not like I did like that she apologized to her mom, that Tamika apologized to her mom. Whether her mom was wrong or right, because the mom felt disrespected, Tamika apologized. She still apologized. And to me, that says a lot about a person, that it ain't about the wrong or right. I'm gonna apologize to you because you felt disrespected, and I did not mean to disrespect you. I said I felt bad for Tamika because I know that feeling. And I applauded her for setting boundaries and saying she's gonna have to step back. My mom apologized and told her she loved her. And they played the song at the end tonight. I'm like, right at the heartstrings, tugged right here, right at the heartstrings. I'm over here trying to be a thug and watching and stuff. And I'm like, y'all trying to make somebody cry. Cause I would hope, my mama is not here, but I would hope that when I became an adult, if my mom was still alive, that we would have got to that point that, set boundaries. She's gonna respect it, and she apologized. I apologize, hugging it out, things of that nature. And you're just like, so lovely. So the next scene is Taj tells Candy. Taj go over to Candy house. Now, Taj, remind you, is the one at the beginning who met with Tasha at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So Taj go over to Candy house and tell Candy that Tasha is going solo. And Candy was like, I knew it was something, because she repeated that same behavior that she was doing back in the beginning when Escape was hot and Escape broke up, when she got her first solo deal that didn't work out. So, and Candy have been saying that since episode 1. So I think Candy was like, yeah, it's a relief, like, yeah, I knew I was right type thing. It's like, boom. When I know what I know, what I know. So, and Coco was saying that, no, Taj said that Coco did the same thing with SWV. Then it goes to Lily with her son. And she said she's going to do this book called Sister Hot Cat, right? And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I'm bad. She making them bad, because I want to see what this Sister Hot Cat is about. Because anybody who's reading them books back in the day, what was her name? It was Sister Soldier. Here's another one that everybody back in the 2000s was reading her books, baby. They was good. If it's good, I'm here for it. I'm ready. Then Lily talked about times that she was homeless, and kids never know that the things that they do for you. Next is Tasha was making a record, and it goes to Tasha in the studio recording for her Christian album for her record, and Tasha could sing. I'm like that. I don't think it ever been a problem that Tasha couldn't sing. Everybody knew that Tasha could sing, but I think the rest of the group are saying that, like, you could sing, but you're not replaceable. Like, your voice is not replaceable. Because it's a group. It's a group with more. It's for them. A group of for them. We just take, and I believe she's a soprano. We just take that little. We'll put another soprano in there that can sing, because you ain't the last soprano that they made that can sing. And from what I hear, they've been doing it before they left. Candy left when did her solo. They could do it with 3 now, baby. So they could show her in the studio recording her Christian album, right? And she could sing, but I said, I don't, for a Christian album, and you've been showing some, well, I finna say some unchristian behavior, but them hypocritical Christians, baby. Not all of them are, but y'all know the ones I be talking about. And I'm like, so I don't know how that's gonna go on fire. I think if she comes out and like apologize to her sister, and people see her and her sister hanging out, she do some photo, then I think people will be more likely to buy her Christian album. But for her, just what we didn't see on these first 3 episodes, they don't make you look good. And you need to pay your sister back that money if you stole it. Now, if you stole it, or you need to show proof that you did not steal it, and y'all need to find out where that 30K went, okay? Because you ain't gonna be talking to people. That's like the Bishop Whitehead talking to people about the saving, and he got all type of, saving your life and saving your soul, and he taking people's savings account. How you gonna take somebody's life savings and you supposed to be saving their life? Who does that? So they gonna need to get that together, and then I think people be willing to buy her Christian album because she does have a nice voice. And I remember she did come out with one song, and I really liked it. And she never come out with nothing else. And as far as I know, she said her album never got released. So that's that. Then Jalen and Coco, which is Coco's son, Jalen, he wants to be a singer. Remember, mind you, he was going to school to be a dentist. Now he's telling her he don't want to go back to school. He wants to be a singer. And he's telling her, he got very emotional. She called the mom, like, well, you're gonna have to tell your grandma that. He called his grandma, he's crying. He and the grandma suggested that why don't he just take a year off, focus on the music, see what happens. It don't work, then you go back. And that was a good thing. I believe they both agreed on that. She didn't like it, but she agreed on it because he said that his mental health wasn't right while he was at school. And when you hear that from your child, you like, because my daughter, they have done the same thing. It's like right now she's not doing what I would prefer her to do, but at the same time, that ain't my life. That's her life to live, and you only got one life to live, and you got to live it. So it's like regardless of what other people tell you is best, or they think is best for you, and sometimes other people are all right, especially your parents. We be knowing, but sometimes other people always live in regret, and their life is worse off because they're gonna always be what if, or if their life don't turn out the way they want it, and they didn't did something that they didn't like. He then went to school to become a dentist because that's what his mom want him to do, and then he's a dentist but unhappily and miserable. Then you're gonna forever blame your mom about your unhappy life. So I think that's a good compromise for him to take a year off, because that way you can always go back. You're still young, you haven't wasted the money, y'all, all your credits will be there instead of going dropping out, wasting money, things of that nature. So then the escape, baby, and this has been a big thing that been making a trend, right? Been trending on the internet. The escape and the SWV meeting. So they had met up because they was like, okay, y'all, let it been some time. We need to come to a final decision on what's going to go on with this tour. Are we going on tour together or not? So they decided, yeah, we're going to go ahead. Everybody didn't put their hands in. You know, Tasha took a little push to get there. Like, girl, come on, you putting your hand in here. You know you need this money. Just because you started your little solo career, it ain't started yet. Did you get advance on that check? Girl, put your hand in here. You need this money. That ain't what they said, but I'm thinking that's what they was thinking. Okay, so she found to put her hand in there. Everybody agreed. Then Candy come right away, like, so who's headlining? Everything goes up again because they like, oh, I thought we would be co-headline because SWV feel like they sold, what they say, 15 million, and I want to say Escape sold like 7 million. They were like, well, I don't understand why we would be, headlining, why we would be opening for y'all. That's how SWV feel like. Why would we be opening for y'all? We can co-headline it. I guess this is a big thing because they need to know how, and that's what Candy was saying. She said she brought it up because she wants to know, from the business aspect, how does money go? What about my pocket dough? What about my pocket dough? How does money go? So that's Candy like, I'm about my bag, I'm about my paper. Like, I ain't trying to start no stuff. I'm just trying to see how this money gonna go. So SWV walked out, Escape stayed on the other side, to discuss, to talk. Now, it been interviews. I just seen SWV on Larry Reed. Larry, I think it may be Larry Reed Ride Live on Instagram. But either way, type in Larry Reed, you'll find it. But he had all three members of SWV, and they were saying that the thing was not about, they don't care about Escape headlining, or they don't care about opening for Escape. The thing is, they went in there expecting to co-headline. Because if I'm not mistaken, they opened for Escape before in the past when both the groups was coming up. So the thing was, they were going into supposed to be co-headlining, like everything's supposed to be together. Where when Escape is out there singing some songs, some members of SWV are singing with Escape, and Escape will sing with SWV. It was supposed to be not two separate tours, and one opening for the other and one. So for them, they felt like blindsided, like, hold on, where did this come from? I thought when the whole idea came together, this was already settled. So that's the latest little drama that's coming out from now, and that's what the show ended on. With that, they not knowing what's gonna happen because as the be like, well, we don't have to do the tour because, and then when it comes to like headline and co-headline, like I said, I think SWV sold more records, but Tiny and Candy feel like they have more followers because they didn't spend all these years in the reality TV space, and so they have more people following them. But what SWV was saying on the interview with Larry Reed, followers don't always trans over to fans of your music, because you have followers. This reality TV, chances are them people are younger than you, don't know your music of the group, and ain't necessarily gonna buy your tickets. Where SWV, I want to say episode 1 or 2, they had just came back from Africa performing, so they've been performing this time, and it seems like, because they showed some clips that they performing at stadiums, it's packed, so they already had the numbers of behind to show that they can sell out and what they can do. I don't know when the last time that Escape been on tour. I know that they're touring now, but doing the filming of the show, I don't know when the last time that Escape was on tour. So I'm like, that's where the drama left off at. Now they're trying to figure it out, because that's I don't believe SWV wants to do it if it's not co-headlining a type of thing. And I feel like that'll be fair around the board. I don't know the argument for you not to co-headline, for Escape to get more of a cut than SWV, y'all. But anyway, y'all, I'll be on here. I'll be back on here again. I just reviewed episode 3. If y'all want to watch my review on episode 1 and 2, go ahead, check out my page for the review on episode 1 and 2. Hopefully I'll be back next week to review the next episode. Y'all, in the meantime, like, comment, and subscribe, and drop me a note. Tell me what you like about the video, and tell me y'all feelings of what you thought about it when you was watching it. I'll talk to y'all later. Catch you next time. Bye. We'll do it like this. Bye.